Welcome to The Actor's Choice, where the actors and actresses have a chance to talk about themselves and their careers. Join us now for the next hour as we explore the marvelous industry of acting by actors and actresses from today's exciting show business world. And now, direct from Hollywood, here's your host, Ron Brewington.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ron Brewington, and welcome to The Actor's Choice. Brought to you by Photography is an Art, Harvey Brandman, Master Photographer, located at 1307 North San Fernando Boulevard, Burbank, California. And attorney Ron Irwin's book, Haiku, Style, Passion, Heart, and author Larry Buford's book To the Future, Time Travel, Message in a Capsule, and State Farm agent Carla Green, and veteran actor Rob Brownstein's training facility and actor's space. Roll it.
Painting we bought so long ago on a street in Milan. Who saw it first, that vision of golden light in Milan? I can't remember. Maybe you can. We didn't have money then. You said, honey, when beauty like this comes your way, whatever it takes, no matter the price, you just can't let it get away.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My first guest today has a very unique and powerful story to tell. She's now a well-known and top opera singer, but she came from what is known on the other side of town as a barrio, or some people call it barrio. She's blessed with a beautiful voice and lots of talent. I'm very honored to have her here today in our studio. Please welcome Mezzo Soprano Suzanna Guzman.
Oh, very nice to meet you.
Nice to
so
meet
good
you.
to see you. I'm so happy to be here.
There's a lady. We owe it all to your publicist, Lucy Pollock.
Lucy's awesome. She's
Awesome.
the greatest person. So happy. She always connects people who are
Yes, she
kindred
does.
spirits.
Yes, she does. I got to get right to this. Please tell us where you were born and raised at, Susanna.
I love that you asked this question because I'm very proud of where I was born. My zip code was 90032, and it is the heart of Northeast Los Angeles. My mother always said Northeast. It's where Cal
okay.
State Los Angeles is, where I went
Yes.
to school.
Yes.
And the LA County High School for the Arts, where I am the director of the opera company there.
We'll talk about that.
I'm looking forward to it.
What was it like being raised in that environment?
Well, I was super blessed. My father was the first Mexican-American fire captain for Los Angeles County. And my grandmother, his mom, always said, do what you love. And that was it. So he went out and he loved being a fire captain, being a fireman with all his heart. And his station was about 2 miles from where we grew up. So I felt like growing up in our neighborhood, we'd never heard of opera, of course. Frank Sinatra was opera. Edie Gourmet was opera. But to have him dropped off in his fire truck, I could not have been prouder.
I know you were.
And he always said, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life.
Wow. I got to say that I feel what you said very, very much. I was born and raised in New York City's famed section. They call it Harlem. As Bobby Womack said, across 110th Street. And we struggled daily just to survive. My mother, she raised me and my twin brother.
I love that
We
you
didn't
have
have a father. He
twin.
wasn't there. She was my mother and my father. She had never finished high school. She was a cook for the school there, but she did everything that she could do. For
She
us.
worked at your school?
Well, with different schools. She was. We went to public schools, and she did it. She was someone who did it for us. We have an expression. We call it a ghetto child. There's a group called the Spinners. They had this song called Ghetto Child. When you listen to the words ghetto, barrio, all these different things, they all come together. But from these places, people don't understand, rise good people like yourself.
Back at you.
Thank you.
I think that when our mothers care so deeply for us,
Yes.
we don't notice. We don't notice any sort of quote unquote lack. All we know is that they make a home that is so full of joy for us. I hope I've done the same for my own son. When he was little, I didn't work in a cafeteria, but at one of the schools I worked at, we had hot lunch, and not all the kids would take all the milk after the lunch was over, and it was going to go bad, so I'd bring it home.
Right, bring it home.
And he opened the fridge one day and said, "Hey, Mom, what's with all the little milks?" We do what we can.
You do what you can.
Right?
Right. Struggle. When Santa Claus comes around, you didn't get what everybody else got. We didn't get turkey for Thanksgiving. We got a little small bird. But you ate what Mama put in front of you.
That's right.
You
That's
loved
right.
every bit of it. Yes, indeed.
Oh, blessed. We are blessed.
Indeed.
To grow up with
how
love.
big was your family?
I have an older sister who's a scientist who could not care less about opera. Sorry, Joe. And and I have a younger sister, and I have a younger brother who's also an educator.
Right. And your mother and father?
My mother was a homemaker, but she did, she raised 4 kids, and she did part-time jobs. And we're from Los Angeles, so those people who are from Los Angeles will know the old Sears and Roebucks on Soto Street. My mother wrapped presents for the holidays. There was nothing more beautiful. The holidays to me mean sitting down at the table, wrapping our little gifts, and then going downtown Los Angeles to see our windows, to see our displays at the old Robinsons, May Company, Bullock's, the Broadway. All of these stores had beautiful windows, just like Macy's has in New York.
Gotcha.
Beautiful.
I was going to ask you, where'd you get your strength from? I see where it came from. I
Got
see
it from
exactly
my mom.
where it came from.
Both, from my mom and my dad. And we have a huge extended family. I have about 40 first cousins.
Wow.
My dad is one of 10. And they are all hardworking, amazing people. I'm really proud of our family.
Tell our viewers about what your father did for a living.
My father, the Allen County Fire Captain, it was so beautiful. I love this story about my dad. So many of us take what our parents do for granted. And one day we're sitting at dinner, and he had a Band-Aid, like a gauze thing on his arm. And I said, "Daddy, what did you do to your arm?" And he said, "I'm so dumb. I was carrying a burning couch out of some French doors, and the glass burst." And it dawned on me that every day a fireman goes to work and out on a call, they put their life on the line for us, for the community.
Yes.
It has never left me, that image of him so casually going, French doors, glass, couch, burning.
When did you first get into music, singing, etc.?
That's my favorite story. I was really little. When I went to public school, which was about, maybe less than a mile away from our house, and we walked every day. And then later on, I went to a little Catholic school in my town called All Saints. And that was a bigger walk, maybe a mile and a half walk home. And we'd come home in these pods. So the kids, and we would drop kids, like the Schmidts got off at Druid, and the Blancos got off at Templeton, and we'd go home in this clump. Well, our clump had to go through the park. It's going to make sense. So everybody went through the park, and I would slow down. This was in 2nd grade. And I'd wait until the pod had turned the corner, and I would run back to the swings. I remember this like it was yesterday. Wow. And I'd get on the swings, and I would just swing as high. You know how you feel like you're going to go around?
Yes, yes.
That's how high I would do. But I found out that if I sang when I did that, I felt like I was flying. And I only knew songs from church, so I'd be singing, "Alleluia, Alleluia," and I'd just be singing. And and there's nobody there. It was just me, and I felt like I was flying. And I loved that feeling of using my whole body and just lifting my voice as loud as I could. It felt transformative.
Yes. Why opera?
Because I could do it. That's the only reason. I'm not kidding. I got started, I was in a band, and I totally lost my voice completely. We were they called it the Northwest Circuit, so I was playing hot spots like Kalispell, the Lions Club, and Jackson Hole, but, an Italian restaurant. But I lost my voice, and I was a real good friend of mine from New York. She's my friend I always go stay with.
Yes.
She said, "It's because you don't have a teacher. You need to study." So I studied with this woman named Joni Zajac, and she said, okay, now you got to go sing this aria. And she taught me an aria from Carmen called the Habanera. And I thought it was like vocal therapy, like you would go to a physical therapist. And then she said, this is good, go sing for Dr. Van Grove. And I went to go sing for Dr. Van Grove, and I thought he was going to send me back to my band. And he said, okay, you're hired. And I said, what are you talking about? And he said, I'd like you to sing the role of Carmen. I said, whoa, what kind of doctor are you? And he said, I'm a doctor of music. This is an audition.
Okay.
I've just cast you in the role of Carmen. I'd never heard opera before. I'd never seen an opera. And I'm the title role in Bizet's Carmen. That's what started it all off.
You're not alone. I've never been to an opera in my life.
That's going to change soon.
Yes, that's going to change.
It's going to change because I'm bringing you. I'm bringing you.
Like I told you, when I was in the service, I used to be a disc jockey, and a guy said to me, he said, Ron, what kind of music do you like? Oh, I like my R&B, my jazz, and this and that. He said, do you like classical? I said, you must be great. Classical? Who wants to listen to that? He said, you do. And he taught me how to listen to classical. Now I love it. KUSC.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you.
We love that.
We love that.
We love
Thank you.
KUSC. You know, I think part of the secret to my success is that I just put my foot in my mouth more than I can even tell you. I still do to this day.
Yes.
And embarrass myself because I wasn't raised with opera. So, for example, the very first time I got a really great job was at the Pantages Theater with the old Brenner in The King
The
and
real
I.
Yul Brynner?
Yes, sir.
The bald-head guy?
That's him. I was in the 4,000th performance that he performed of The King and I. I was Amazon number 2. I wasn't even number 1. I was number 2. But I was kind of bored doing this for all of Act 1 and then this for all of Act 2. So I started doing competitions, and that's what I mean by because I could do it. I started winning. Imagine if you all of a sudden discovered that you could run faster than anybody.
Right.
That's what it was like. I mean, it was so. I kept on praying, please don't let me be the first one called. Let me be the next to the first one.
Yeah.
It never. I felt like I was winning game shows, and that's the way I won the Metropolitan Opera competition. At the same time, The King and I was going to Broadway. So, and I'd never been to New York either, but it had been a dream that I would go to Broadway. But I didn't want to make my debut as Amazon number 2. So I asked Mr. Brenner, do you think I will ever have a chance to go on as Lady Tiang? I was understudying that part. And he said, no. I said, may I ask why? Because you're too tall. Why are you asking me this? And I told him about I'd won the Metropolitan, and if he said I could go on, I'd blow them off, and that I really wanted a chance to sing on Broadway. And he said, you are always welcome in my show as Amazon number 2.
God bless you.
But don't forget that the Metropolitan Opera is on Broadway. So I think I owe Mr. Brenner that bit of advice. I went to the national finals, and while I wasn't a winner, I did get a man from Washington Opera offer me a job, and that's really what started everything. Although he did say, we'd love you to come to Washington, and I'd watch an opera, and I said, great, I love Seattle. He meant the Kennedy Center.
Got you. Suzanna, if you would define opera, it's music, it's costumes, it's a stage. What is opera?
Oh, that's so lovely. Opera, the biggest difference from opera and anything else is it comes from the Latin word opus.
Okay.
Opera is work. Opera means you have to develop your voice to soar over an 80-piece orchestra, a 60-piece chorus, to tell stories with your body and these amazing words in the languages that they were written in. And it is an acoustic art form. That's the biggest difference between anything else. Opera rewires you. Opera sends the emotion of a song straight to your heart. That's the biggest difference. Acoustic showers you and gets inside of you. You know how you get a chill when you hear an amazing like jazz trio that without amplification they're just singing, or you're singing the national anthem at a ball game and you get a chill. It's that acoustic voice that penetrates your heart. That's the difference.
You said it's multilingual. Mm-hmm. I mean, when you looked at, remember the movie Godfather?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, all you heard was opera.
That's right.
In the background.
That's
all you
right.
heard.
That's right.
And you, oh.
There's nothing so powerful as hearing a piece of music in tandem with these amazing lyrics in the original language. One of Madame Butterfly, which is one of the most famous pieces in opera by Puccini.
Yes.
Madame Butterfly is waiting for her long lost love to return. And she says, and his ship, Navy officer, his ship is seen in the harbor, and she's waiting for him to come back. And she says in Italian, well, in English, the words are, I have cried tears into the dirt, and it gives me flowers, you know? But in Italian, it's, diedi pianto alla sola e sai, sui fior mi dà. And to sing that, it's delicious.
At the beginning of the show, we showed you singing a Daybreak from a scene from Jake Heggie's chamber opera. Three Decembers?
3 Decembers.
Wow.
Jake is amazing.
Yes.
Jake writes, he's one of the most, he was playing the piano for me in that clip. Mm-hmm. He's the composer of Dead Man Walking.
Okay.
The composer of Moby Dick. Jake's music, I'm just laughing because it is so evocative and it's written so powerfully that he uses every component of a singer's voice. So I played the mother in his Dead Man Walking, the mother of the convicted murderer.
I see.
And she has this beautiful line where she says, haven't we all suffered enough? And it's on the highest part of my tessitura, my vocal range. Mm-hmm. And it was always hard to get those notes out because it was like keening. It was like this sorrow. And she says, please don't kill my son. Opera has the power and always has had this power to use and touch a voice in the common world. They used it in Verdi's time to protest the cruelty of the government at that time. Mozart used it to mock the nobility at the time, and today we still use that power.
Wow.
To change people's hearts and minds.
I don't want to say that.
What a cool job,
Yeah,
right?
right. What a cool. But you know, a lot of people, not knowing, they think that opera is for the rich, educated people. Is that so?
Here's what I will say. We always talk about the graying of opera. We always talk about the fact that tickets are so high.
Yes.
In opera, we have to pay 80 people in the chorus, 100 people in the orchestra, maybe 20 soloists, sometimes a children's chorus. Okay. The costumers, the set designers, everything about opera is at the highest possible level. So the cost of tickets only reflect a small part of that. When you get older, right, you have a little bit of disposable income to invest in that. But opera companies across the nation are trying to rectify that. Here in Los Angeles Opera has the most amazing community outreach programs, specifically marked towards young audiences.
Gotcha.
High school, elementary school, and there's even a program called Opera 90012 that you can go to online for high school seniors. You write a letter and say, I've never seen an opera, and 100 kids get a season subscription for free to see the opera. Go to the education department because they are striving to show people how it connects to everyday life.
My God. How many operas have you ever done in your life?
Oh, my goodness. Countless. Not only have I done a ton, the only ones I can count that for sure is I have been in 39 main stage productions with LA Opera, which 39 different productions, which are over 400 performances. So I still hold the record. And that may not sound like a lot compared to Mr. Brenner's 4,000, but in opera we only are able to do 4, maybe 5 performances in the run of an opera because it's like running a marathon.
Got you.
Every time you sing a performance, you need to recuperate the next day.
Okay. We've got a couple of videos, some photos. Tony, could you put that first one up? This is some of the, there you go. Can you tell us what that is?
I just did that. That was so awesome. That's my friend Thomas Michael Allen, an amazing tenor. This was facing Goya
Okay.
at, in the Singapore Festival of the Arts
Yes.
and at Charleston Spoleto Festival in South
Okay.
Carolina. So
right.
wondrous.
Next one, please.
Oh, that's Princeton. That was doing Carmen. Oh my gosh. I had the greatest honor to do parallel Carmens throughout my career with Denise Graves.
Yes.
She's such an amazing mezzo. Beautiful, beautiful woman.
Yes.
My Carmen was smart. I could never feel like I was the one people would drop their drinks on the floor when I walked in, but I always felt like I could have a glorious time and bring the audience along with me. So that's what that is. That was so much
One more if you would,
fun.
Tony, please. Okay.
Oh! That was one of my first performances with LA Opera. This was in a production called Orpheus in the Underworld, and I played the goddess Diana.
Right.
Dom DeLuise was in this production. Do you remember Dom,
Yes, I
the
remember Dom
wonderful,
DeLuise, yes,
wonderful
yes.
comedian?
And what a guy.
So much fun.
So much fun. Wow. Now, we're running out of time, but I just want to just get something in before we go. Now, each year, you got involved with an event that's called the annual LA County Holiday Celebration.
That's right.
Can you show us that? There's a photo, just a photo. Just a photo. And there you go. There you go. That's the photo. There you go. Last year, that's you and some young man by the name of Brian White.
He's so awesome. I had the greatest time with him,
Yes.
and we were nominated for an Emmy.
Yes.
Isn't that lovely?
Isn't that lovely? Wow, isn't that lovely? Also, there's another picture of you with him. Okay.
You know, oh. Also the greatest makeup artist
Okay.
there.
Now, we got a video we want to show because we're running out of time. Can you roll that one, Tony, please?
As a third-generation Angelina and East LA native, this community has long been home for my family, which is why I am so inspired by the performance we just saw.
The Inner City Youth Orchestra of Los Angeles is just one example you'll see tonight of people using their abilities to improve the lives of others in our region.
Their story starts with a man who swapped his law degree for a conductor's baton.
Chuck Dickerson worked on Capitol Hill, but after a successful 30-year career in Washington, he realized his mission wasn't to transform lives through law, but through music.
Starting with 9 students nearly a decade ago, he founded the Inner City Youth Orchestra of Los Angeles, which has grown to over 120 young performers and is the largest majority African-American orchestra in the country. As a third generation.
Now, what we just showed some people, there was some of the groups that we've got time for two groups. If you can show 2 groups, if you would, like the Flow Dance Company. Here's one that comes up here. These are just some of the people that's going to be there. You know about it. And can hit one more for us there. There you go. That's a Korean group there, the Jim Im Lee Korean Dance Academy. You know, and the Mariachi Divas de Cindy Shea. Oh, there's just so many. Thank you. He's flashing for me. I appreciate that. He's doing it good.
Beautiful LACC, Gay Men's Chorus. And this year, for the first time, the Opera Company of the Los Angeles County High School for the Arts will be performing. It's so glorious.
Excellent.
Do you know what's also so lovely? It's the only day of the year where you can come down from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
Absolutely free. You can sit in the $600 seats for nothing.
Wow.
The entire plaza is decorated so fancifully. You feel like you are in a winter wonderland, a Christmas magical place in downtown Los Angeles. And on top of all that, it is the 60th annual holiday celebration brought to us by our wonderful county supervisors. It started by Kenneth Hahn.
Kenny
You know, his
Hahn, yes.
name's
Oh,
down
yes,
there in downtown Los Angeles. And
Yes.
all of our supervisors give this as a gift to the people of Los Angeles. No fee for parking, no fee for the show. And if you want to take the metro down there, that's free.
Wow.
We are so blessed.
Wow.
I hope to see you there. I hope that
I
our
would love to
audience
be there.
can come.
Definitely. Because
It's
that
just beautiful.
I have what I call the 3 E's: education, exposure, and experience. You got to get out there and get a little experience.
This is an experience to be with the other fellow Los Angelinos celebrating the holiday season in something that is beautiful, uplifting, and heart-changing.
We got to go, but I got to ask you one more question. Suzanne Guzman, how do you want to be remembered?
I think the most important thing that we can leave as a legacy is a lifetime of creativity for our children. I believe that if our children can pick up a camera, can pick up an instrument, can lift their voices in song, it nurtures the creative mind, and that's how we're going to change the world.
Wow, you have a great attitude. I wish we had more time. Again, thanks to publicist Lucy Pollock.
We love Lucy. Thank you.
May I have your right hand, please? This is a trademark that I give everybody for good luck. Please hold on to that. Yeah. And of course, you're going to get some of these guys.
You are, I am so honored to be
It's an
here.
honor to have you here today, Mike.
I'm looking forward to bringing you to your first opera.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely, definitely. Thank you so
Ron,
much.
thank you so much.
Suzanne Guzman.
Thank you.
I will not say, Suzanne Guzman, go to your room. I'll say, please, may God help you and keep on doing what you're doing.
God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. This is the Actor's Choice. I'm your host, Ron Brewington. Let's see. The studio of Harvey Brandman Photography as an Art is proud to offer you a $100 discount off any photo package valued at $300 or more. Now, Harvey has been in the business for nearly a quarter of a century, and he certainly knows how to take care of his customers. So please give him a call today at 818-954-9294. That's 818-954-9294. You'll be glad you did. Oh, by the way, please tell Harvey that you heard about his offer right here on The Actor's Choice. Haiku, Style, Passion, Heart. It's the latest release from author and attorney Ron Irwin. The book was inspired by the author's first exposure to haiku well over a half-century ago. Now, this experience produced within him a deep passion to experience Asia, which he later did as a U.S. Marine. The book is available on paperback at lulu.com. That's lulu.com. And Irwin says he'll give 20% of net book sales split evenly between the veterans of foreign wars and Vietnam veterans of America. Book to the Future, Time Travel, Message in a Capsule. It's a book by author Larry Buford. It's a historical and faith-based account of how what we do and follow today will affect us tomorrow. The author also calls it an adventure for those who want to travel back through time. The book is now available in paperback for only $17.95 from Amazon, so please get your copy today. And now, a word from State Farm agent Carla Green. Roll it.
Let me ask you something. What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle? A combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them, but a State Farm agent sees so much more. Because the State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just four walls and four wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve? Let me help you with that. Give me a call. State Farm agent Carla Green, 213-239-9675. I look forward to speaking with you.
I want to welcome a new sponsor, An Actor Space, with classes and private coaching by veteran actor Rob Brownstein. An Actor Space has Thursday night classes for working actors and Tuesday night foundation and technique classes for the early career actor. Now, the idea is to build on each actor's strength and who you are to help you refine and reimagine your acting and your career. So, for more information, please contact class at robbrownstein.com. That's class at robbrownstein.com. Or you can call him at 323-646-1268. That's 323-646-1268. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're proud to say we have done it again. We have a winner. She's a Southern Cali lady by the name of Dominique Laba. Now, she's coming here sometime this morning to our Burbank studio. She wants to get a bag that I've got for her. As they say, everything is in the bag. Now, that includes Star Wars Rise of Skywalker prize package. That includes a gift card for two to see the film at Pacific Theaters, The Grove, here in Los Angeles, near the famous Farmers Market. Now, Dominique is also getting, you ready for this, a $25 IHOP gift card and our special edition of the Actor's Choice tote bag and a pair of mugs, similar like the one I'm wearing. So please stay tuned, and we have more coming up in the future. We won't let you down, folks. We thank you very much for your support every time we do one of these giveaways, and we will have another one very quickly. So there it is. There's that picture. You can show that the picture again of that bag that she's going to get. Yeah, that's the bag. She's in the bag. In the bag. And again, have a marvelous holiday. And finally, if you have a product, a service, or an upcoming event that you'd like to see advertised on this program, please call 323-533-1036. That's 323-533-1036. Our prices are very affordable. Thank you. This is The Actor's Choice. I'm your host, Ron Brewington. Roll it.
Sorry, señores. He's mine.
¿Quién eres tú, pinche puta?
I'm Rebecca Calderón, the daughter of Ernesto Reyes Calderón. Yes, he was a great man, a very honest and ethical man. The community respect him, and you have him killed.
Pinche Attorney General.
You bastard. This is for my father.
That hurt! She just shoot me!
Felipe, the only thing crazy around here is you.
Maybe I am crazy, Rita. Crazy over you.
Wow, that's some hot stuff. If you think she looks good up on that screen, ladies and gentlemen, you need to be here. What happened to my picture? I see my picture is going there.
That's not me.
That's not me?
No.
That's not me?
That's not me. That's me.
not me?
No, that's
okay.
me.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, if you think that was some hot, he'll take that care of us for us. 3, 2, 1. And you think that was hot? Wait till you see when he puts it all together. Because she's right here. This beautiful lady is in our studio here today. I'm looking at that. Who is that person right there? I'm not seeing myself. I see her. There I am. Okay, there I am. I had me nervous there. I thought we had an empty chair. Sometimes they say the empty chair, and that was the empty chair. Born in Mexico.
Mexico, yes.
Yeah. Graduate of La Sorbonne University in Paris.
Yeah. Oh la la.
Oh la la. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sandra. Let me say it right. Sandra or Sandra?
Sandra.
Sandra, because there's two of them running around. There's two Santiagos running around.
Yes,
you guys know each other, your sisters?
No, I never met her.
Oh, my God.
I never met her.
She's Sandra, but you're Sandra.
Yes.
Let's get that right. Oh, get that, because the publicist will kill me. Yes, indeed. But let's ask you this first question. Mm-hmm. When did the acting bug first bite you? Young lady?
Well, the entertaining feeling that I had for the first time was when, and it says in my bio and everywhere, because it's my dad. My dad used to bring bands to my house, and big bands, like 10 people with all these instruments, very loud, and he used to come early in the morning, 3, 4 a.m. He used to wake me up, and I loved it. Like you would think like a kid will be upset if they wake them up. But for me, it was like, oh, my dad is going to give me money. Because he used to ask me, okay, the music is here now, dance. And I love to dance. I just it's in me. I love to dance. Until now, I'm dancing. I do salsa. I'm in a salsa team.
Oh, Chihuahua, yes.
Chihuahua.
You all did that better than me, didn't you?
Yeah, so,
Sure
I love to see my dad smiling and all the band members, looking at me, and I was a little kid, and, I guess maybe it was cute for them to see a kid waking up all bright and trying to dance or dance. And, but I was excited about my prize, what I will get out of the dance. So I think I love to see people smiles. And then I went to, I did a ballet, a solo ballet in a theater. And I see the big theater, and I was by myself. And I see that people liked it. And I was I felt I was overwhelmed with joy. And I think, this is who I am. I love to do that. I love to do this, and
Well, it's worked out very, very well.
Yeah, thank you.
Very well indeed. Now, so again, with the family, because it's great to have support from the family. There's no question about it. Mm-hmm. When your mother, your children, your brothers, everybody gets together and they see their child up on that screen, they're very, very proud. Very, very proud. Mm-hmm. 2001.
Yeah.
That's when you got your first movie, a movie called Zosinho.
It was a short film done
Yes.
by, produced by one of my friends, Cherry Flaherty.
Uh-huh.
No? Cherry, I love you.
And you played the role of Patricia?
Yeah, I played the role of it's a Brazilian mom. Brazilian mom. I'm not Brazilian, but I spoke Portuguese in that short film.
Yes.
And yes, I was not a very good mom, but I played the role of a mom.
Hey, that's what it's all about. That first movie that you saw, your
Yeah.
first time up on that stage in front of those cameras, what was that like for you?
Oh. When I was on set?
Yes. What is that? Interesting. Memorable.
Happiness.
Happiness. Happy to be there.
Happiness. And,
Yes.
and like, I felt like in the ocean
Uh-huh.
with a lot of fishes around me. And I said, oh, I'm one of them.
Right.
This is my ocean, too. Kind of like that.
Yes, the culmination of a dream, something you
Yes.
always wanted to do, and here you are now.
Yes.
In front of the camera. You are
Yes.
the star. Yeah, marvelous, marvelous. Now you have 24 acting credits. Back then, that was your first one.
Yes.
So 23 credits later, let's see, in 2013, you did Pendejo.
Pendejo.
Pendejo. Okay. All right.
Pendejo. It's been like in
Camille
Spanish,
gets on,
it's like
she gets on my case all the time.
stupid.
Yeah. Your publicist,
Yes.
she gets in my case. She says, Ron, you need to learn your Spanish. I said, I'm trying.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yes.
And then Danny Trejo is in that movie. Yes,
yeah.
Danny.
He was young
Love
then.
you.
This was the first one of his early movies, wasn't it?
I'm not sure. No, I don't
Okay.
think so. No,
'Cause he's been around for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, he's 70 something.
Ain't nothing wrong with 70-something. Some of my best friends are 70-something.
Yes, so he's been around. Yes.
Yes, yeah,
So
yeah.
yes, I had the opportunity to be in that film. That
As Gracie? You played Gracie?
Grace.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Then 2015, you did a movie called Hostile Border.
Oh, Hostel Border. Yes, I
Yes.
play a mom again, and my daughter. She wants to solve a problem, and she does something that is not legal. So I had to go through the pain of
Yes.
handling her mistakes and
Right.
going through that.
These are real-
Emotions
Yes.
of a mom.
Of a mom, yes.
Yeah.
These are real life things that we do as actors and actresses.
Yes, it's just like living other people's lives
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and being part of that part of their lives.
Yes,
you
part of
know?
their life. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. And people, they go to the movies for two reasons: entertainment and information.
Yes.
And they get a chance to see something they might be having. Because I remember back in the old, remember when they had soap operas?
Yes.
People used to live their life through the soap opera.
I know. My mom loves soap operas.
Tony, remember them soap operas? Oh, man.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, God. You had an argument with your boyfriend or your husband, but you won't see part two till tomorrow.
You were looking forward, like, oh my God, what?
Great days.
Are they going to keep together? Are they going to keep the relationship? Are they going to divorce or whatever? Yes.
I miss those days, definitely. 2016, and you're still working it now. Sangre de Negro.
Sangre Negra. Yes. I had the opportunity to work with Eric Estrada in this TV show.
Yes.
And it's great. It's amazing to work with some iconic Latin actor here in the United States.
Yes.
And he did Dos Mujeres, what is that? Dos Mujeres Un Camino, I think, that he's a soap opera in Mexico.
Yes.
And he's well known around the world. In Italy, he's well known and around the world. And so for me, it was a great opportunity to work with that type of artist.
You bring out a very good point, and that is to see mixed diversity on stage. You see Mexicans, you see blacks, you see white. That's good.
Yes, it is. It's just like the world that we live in now. We can see more on the screen, and I'm happy to see that we keep working and getting better roles and better portray the reality, because the reality is that sometimes not see on TV, and then that's maybe we're working towards that, and I'm happy that we're doing it.
Yes.
And it's taking a little time, but it is what it is, and
it is what it
it's
is, yes.
Education and work and perseverance and dedication in your craft, and I think we will be we'll be seeing more diversity in all the fields.
Type as an African American, I can remember Step and Fetch It.
Yes.
I can remember seeing a Hispanic with the big sombrero and he's just sitting there sleeping. That we don't need that.
Yes, and
Give
I
it
even
that.
saw yesterday. I saw a movie, and I love John Travolta. I watched his film, The Fanatic, and I see two characters there, Latins, and I was like, the same characters. I was like, oh, I love John. I love his performance, but I would like to see my community portray in different roles, and I think I'm so blessed that I chose to be an actress, and for part of my life, I try not to be. I try to be like the strong, educated businesswoman, like trying to make myself worth for society in a way that society's welcome whoever, whatever I had in my mind that society's, like a person is acceptable in society, what is worth for society. Or an artist maybe is not very well seen because whatever. So I had not allowed myself to be an artist because of those reasons. But I guess that time of my life where I didn't allow myself to be an artist, I work in other parts and other fields that allow me to be a stronger actor right now and have all that under, or, in my bag of tools, that I can play. I can play the maid, I can play the nanny, but I can play all these roles that that I have all these tools to portray different characters, and that's what I would like to see more in movies. Yeah, and I think we're getting there. We're getting there, and
because then you take on a character.
Yes.
As an actress.
Yes, and we really take the person that lives in whatever part of the world. Yes. It's not because you're black that you have to play that role, or if you're Latin that you have to play that role. It's just we're just human beings that are different colors and we have different jobs, and we were born in different parts of the earth, but we all have different type of work, regardless of your accent, your color, or your height, your weight. See, so it's kind of like. Yeah, I love working with Angela Bassett.
You work with Angela Bassett in another movie that came out in 2019, this year.
Yeah, it's a TV show. It's a TV show, 911, yeah. Oh, and you see the set. You see the set. It's like a diversity. And I was like, whoa, this is the type of community that I love to work with. Yes. And in the set. Yes, I see all colors. Yes.
That's where the real world is.
Yes. I love that. Yes. I love that TV show. I'm so blessed that I had the opportunity to work with Angela.
How often do you go to movies?
Once a week.
Once a week?
Yes, I love movies, and I also love to watch Netflix. I think it's part of my career. It's part of my education as an artist, to keep watching my peers' performances, to keep myself on top of my game. I still take classes to drill my craft.
Right. See, people don't understand. They think she's an actress. No, she has to be trained, constant training.
I think so. I think so. It's kind of like the body. Like the body, you have to keep it like The Rock. You see a Rock, oh my God, The Rock. He keeps training. He keeps putting that body in work. So you have to keep your body, your mind, your skills on top of your game. That's great. I think it's like training is very important. Training in in every type of training that requires to become better in your craft. Oh, I'm sorry,
Sandra. That's okay. What kind of roles do you look for?
Like the Angela Bassett role. I love that.
Okay, you want to be a policeman?
More like a policeman, a savior, a leader. Somebody that helps the community and bring them afloat. Somebody that can educate the community. Yes. A superhero. Yes. I just got a a card from my daughter, and she's like, hope you get that role that you always wanted, the superhero. Yes, and John Leguizamo is doing a.
Oh, busy
yes,
busy
he's
man,
doing
yes.
something about superheroes, and I think it's time for us to show the community that we are all superheroes, and no matter what community you're coming from, we have to show that we can do anything.
I like your attitude. Your attitude. You got a couple movies right now in post-production.
Yes.
You got The Sleep.
The Sleep, yes.
Can you tell us about
horror.
it?
It's a horror film.
First horror film for you?
It's the first horror film for me.
We gonna see some blood?
Yes. The director is a young guy, and Rice. Devin Rice, and he's spectacular. He did like some scenes like the Walking Dead type of scenes. Oh my God, a lot of extras in the film, and I'm very impressed with his work. It's gonna be a great film. Good. Yes, so you'll see me in a horror movie.
Good. Looking forward to it. You got another one out called Time in Between.
Time in Between. I play also. A mom, and my scene with my husband is like hot. I did a scene that I was like, wow, I nailed it. When I did the scene, everybody got quiet on the set. I was like, wow, it was like an amazing feeling to get that emotion from the crew.
Yes.
Because I love theater. Because when you're in theater, you have the audience. Feedback.
Yes.
So it's an exchange of communication between the artist and the audience. So on set, sometimes it's not, you don't get that because you're so busy on the time and this and that, the next actor, the cameras. But on Time in Between, on one of the scenes that I did, it's kind of like a strong scene. I make everybody on the set quiet after my scene. So I was like, wow, I did a good job. I was like, yeah, so that's I think that's the most rewarding feeling is to see that your peers acknowledge your performance because your peers are on top of your performance. Yeah.
Now this is a true story, I understand, about the life of Sergio Marquez on this movie Time in Between.
Yes, that's it. Yes, it is, and looking forward to watch the whole film.
Gotcha.
I have not, read the whole story. Yeah. So, but I'm looking forward to watch the film.
When the premiere comes, we'll come out and see it.
Yes.
Tell a lot of folks go see it.
Yes.
Is it in English or in Spanish?
In English.
Okay.
Yeah, he was born here in East LA.
Okay.
Born in the East LA. I was born. I was not born in the East LA. I was born in Mexico. Yes. Yes.
Talk about, if you would, because within the realm of being an actress, there's a lot of competition amongst the actresses. Please tell us about that.
Oh, gosh. It's a game. It's a game. Mm-hmm. And it's a game, and we just have to take it as a game. I just came back from an audition, and I think I didn't do very well. And I was like, oh gosh, can we rewind it? You cannot rewind it anymore. There's like 15 people sitting in front of you, and the person is giving, the camera person is giving you some directions, but sometimes they don't give you very good directions, and it's like, you have a lot of things that are that you have to put attention to, and if you goof it, you goof it, and sometimes you don't have a second chance. But you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is, and then next you do better, and next you do better, and if you don't do better, well, it's part of the game. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Keep trying and keep doing it, and keep enjoying the ride, I think.
Have you thought about the possibility in the future about being a director? As you know, there's a problem, it seems, in the industry that there doesn't seem to be enough women directors.
It will be fun.
Yeah.
It will be fun to do that. It will be fun. I think I prefer to be an actress. I prefer to be in front of the camera.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind.
That's for now, would you say?
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind directing my crew and myself.
Yes.
Yeah, so I guess now you have to do more and do more roles and do better.
What kind of roles will you take, and what kind of roles won't you touch?
I don't think I would touch things that I will project people who are destroying society in a meaning like giving an advice to
kill somebody.
What can I tell you? Like that's a good question. Like that it would not be a good thing for my kids to look at. Something like that.
Yes.
Get it? So it's like I think I am an artist because I want to empower the world, entertain the world, and I think it's my duty to put something good there.
Yes.
And even if I had to play a role that is not good, try to make it in a way that give it a like why that person is doing that, and give like a education in the why.
Right.
It shouldn't be that way.
Right.
Or why you shouldn't do that.
Right.
Yeah. In that case, yeah, it will be good.
Who are some of your favorite female mentors?
Oh wow. I don't know if I can pronounce it.
Give it a
right.
try.
It's
Come here, where's Camille?
Meryl Streep.
Huh?
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I love her. You know, she's a very diversity artist.
Yes.
And I love that. I love Julia Roberts. Pretty woman.
Yes.
Walking on the street. I love her. And Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock, yes.
Yeah, I love her roles. Yeah, so I think that's why my name is Sandra.
Yes.
When somebody asks me, "What's your name?" Sandra, like Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Yes,
I thought about that. Yes,
that's what I mean.
Because sometimes, you know, you guys, you work long hours. You have to. People don't understand it.
Yes.
But the pleasure that you get. Tell us the pleasure that you get out of being an actress.
It's just that the emotions that you can influence into other being, like when people are like, I remember when you had that story in high school. I did portray the godmother in Cinderella.
Cinderella, yes.
And my English was worse than now. I say. So my accent was very strong,
Yes.
and I was the godmother. I remember the theater, and I was like, I own it. I was like the godmother, and my accent was there, and I heard people laughing. I said, they like my performance.
Oh,
I didn't know if they were laughing about my accent or something, but I'm just telling you, that like the feedback that I get from the public, I think that's what we artists love. That like the musician when he sings or he plays the music for the audience. It's just that it's just the exchange of feelings that you get from the audience. And I know maybe it sounds like for people who are not artists, maybe it will sound like, yeah, sure. But it is true. You know, it doesn't matter if you get $1 or $1 million. Of course, we prefer the $1 million.
Indeed.
Excuse me.
I'll take it anytime.
Yes, but yeah, it's the feeling of doing something good.
Right. It's interesting that you mentioned that because, first of all, your English is very good. I can understand you very well. But the idea is that you can see the growth. That's what growth is all about.
Yes.
Going to school, like you say, education, training, learning, you know.
Yes, it's all about that.
Yes.
I think it's just the more you do it, the better you get at it.
Yes, ma'am.
And everybody can do anything, but we have to keep doing it.
Right.
Keep doing it. Keep doing it, and keep doing it, and keep doing it, and training and training. And it's like my son; he just play and he lost in a game,
Yes.
football game, and he's like, and I said, well,
It's just
the
a game.
only way that you can be better is do better. You have to do better than anybody else. You have to train and train and train and train, so you can be a little bit more than the other. So you can play the game and win it, because there is so much talent everywhere. There is so much beauty everywhere, and yes, so we have to really keep doing our best and keep training and
Yes. Got time for one more question.
yes.
How do you want to be remembered?
Oh, Yes, a powerful and influential artist.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Sounds good
Yeah,
to me.
a superhero will be amazing. Yes.
Yes, indeed. Can I have your right hand, please?
Yes.
I'd like to give you a silver dollar. It's my trademark. I always give ladies, a silver dollar.
Oh my
And the
goodness!
guys.
Thank you.
And of course, you get some red roses.
Yay!
Red roses,
thank
red
you.
roses. Send Sandra right over.
Yeah, thank you so
My
much. Look
pleasure,
at this
my
beautiful
pleasure.
flowers.
Beautiful lady.
And
Yes.
for a lot of money coming on my way. Yes.
Special thanks to you again.
Thank you so much
coming
for
up.
inviting me to
Oh,
your show.
my pleasure.
Yes.
Special thanks to Espada Public Relations, Senior Vice President, my dear friend Camille L. Cortez Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Jasmine takes care of the organization. Great organization. Thank her very, very much. Okay?
Thank you.
Special thanks to our sponsors, Harvey Brandman, Photography as an Art, Ron Irwin's Haiku, Style, Passion, Heart, Larry Buford's Book to the Future, Time Travel, Message in a Capsule, State Farm agent Carla Green, and Rob Brownstein's Training Facility and Actor Space. And much thanks to our guests that we had today, actor, voice actor, director Edward Epcar, actress Ellen Stern, and actress Sandra Santiago. And of course, special thanks to our ever, ever growing audience. We thank you very much. Be well, and we'll see you next time. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.